Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and I just wanted to make a quick announcement about the newest adventure from Hearthstone that was just announced and that will be out in about 2 weeks. I believe that would be August the 11th, 2016, depending, so look forward to that. It's called One Night in Karazhan. It's based on a assumedly very famous World of Warcraft expansion that everybody loved, seems. So it will be one of these solo adventures, and it will have 12 boss battles, which is actually considerably less than the other boss battles. It's going to go 3 per week, plus a prologue that you get for free. Well, 3 per week is 1 less than what you get in League of Explorers, which isn't too bad. But when you look at Blackrock Mountain, it's actually 5 less than what you got in Blackrock Mountain. All 5 of these guys, plus these expansions here. And that's 5 weeks that this was released under, which I guess I don't really have a complaint about them releasing it in 4 weeks over 5. Nexramus is the oldest expansion, which you can't even buy anymore, and that's really what you should be cautious about. This is you're going to spend money or gold, which I'll spend gold. I have enough. Typically you need 5,000 gold to buy it. No, I think you actually need 3,500 because they were about 750 gold each week. Yeah, that'd be about 3,000 or something. Who knows? We'll see the price, but I've certainly got enough gold through playing all these quests, a lot of quests. But like when you look at Nexramus, in comparison, it's still 3 more boss battles. It looks like the boss battles in One Night in Karazhan are going to be a little bit more puzzle based. If you come over here and buy it when it's available, you'll get a free card back. And if you buy it at all, you'll get some cards. Unfortunately, it's not a super large amount of cards. It's about 45, if not exactly 45 cards. So if we look at, for instance, the most recent adventure expansion, League of Explorers here, and we go into crafting mode so we see them all, we can see that's about 3 cards for each individual character, all 9 of them, and then about 2 pages of that. Now the balance may be a little bit different. They may only give 1 card per individual characters and a lot more neutral cards. They might do a lot more character based cards and less neutral cards. I suspect it will be more neutral cards than anything else because they'll want people to play that. Some of the cards they announced and showed were a little interesting, but nowhere as interesting as the cards you were going to actually play in the adventure expansion and then not unlock. So that's one thing to remember, is there was several cards that you're going to play with when you do the puzzles that you're not going to get to play with in the actual game, and those are way more interesting. For instance, there was a Little Red Riding Hood, or no, it was not Little Red Riding Hood, it was Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz was a card you were going to get to play in the adventure, and if you put a card to the left of Dorothy, that card got charged, and if you put the card to the right of Dorothy, that card got taunt. That's an amazingly cool new concept for Hearthstone, but you don't get to get that card, so you don't ever get to play with it. Maybe the concept is just getting test bed here, and it will eventually get expanded. There was another card where you discovered a spell, whatever the cost of the spell was, you would heal that much. That seems a little overpowered. There was one card that was a mech, which doesn't make any sense because almost every single mech is from the Goblins vs. Gnomes expansion, which isn't an adventure expansion, it's an actual card expansion. You can tell by the much larger amount of cards that you got from that, and this is just the ones I got from opening card packs. And you can't play these in standard play. You can only play it in wild play, which means a lot of people are not ever going to even be able to make a good mech deck and put that to the best optimization. So I don't know why they're specifically making new mechs unless they were going to make a lot of new mechs, and that's kind of my issue with them just starting to ban cards for only wild play. It's rather annoying for my channel, so make sure you subscribe because we will go through all of this. But I do have to say, be cautiously optimistic. You have 2 weeks, and I don't know if in 2 weeks you could get enough gold. They do have this new recruit system if you've never played Hearthstone, and you can try to recruit your friends, and that might get you some gold. But I don't know if in 2 weeks you'd have enough. You would have had to been saving for quite a lot, because you only get on average a little bit above 120 every 3 days if you play Hearthstone every 3 days and get all the quests done. The expansion, the solo adventures in general, I wish they'd just get rid of, and they kind of, I feel like, might be doing that. This is just my personal opinion, because they've just announced this in a Hearthstone tournament that's happening at a huge conference in China called China Joy. The audience was very sparsely full. I mean, this was in the middle of China, and there was just like a couple of people sitting at the tables here and there. The announcer who actually announced everything was the lead designer for Hearthstone, obviously an English-speaking Westerner, so he was talking very boldly and loudly, and as far as I could figure, the Chinese people in the audience were having no reaction to it at all. So it seems like a very small announcement. Maybe they're just trying to get this out. I think Blizzard is probably more focused right now on getting players to play Overwatch, so they're not too interested in this. I think, again, solo adventures, it's silly that they keep adding them. They just need to always have expansions. I don't care if there's a longer wait. I would much rather buy more packs. When you get to solo adventure, you can't ever buy any more packs or get any more cards. It's just the 45 you're going to get, and that's it. The only thing that you could possibly miss is if you don't beat it on normal and challenge classes, then you won't get those cards, and then you have to play on heroic, which I have never yet on any of the expansions been able to spend enough time to actually beat all these characters on heroic. It's just not worth your time for a card back. So that's one night at Karazhan. There's going to be a link down below that takes you to the website. They'll start announcing more and showing more cards. If you're interested, there probably will be a few of them that are interesting, but when you talk about like Nexramus, there's very few cards from Nexramus that I even remember. It's Stalag and Fugen is the two cards that are really still in play, and I'm not sure any of the other ones are. It seems to fade really fast. Anywho, that's going to be it for this announcement. I end all my episodes the same way. I ask you to like this video, I ask you to share it with your friends, I ask you to comment if you want to, particularly if you think there's something wrong with my audio. I just set up a new microphone setup, so it very well could have been set up wrong. Sorry about that. And I also ask that you watch every second of my videos, because that helps me with YouTube, tells YouTube my videos are interesting. If you want to support me even further than that, which would be very much appreciated, you can click on my name, Rydo. That'll take you to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. You can click that and push it and make a donation. Also, on my main YouTube page is a playlist tab. You can click that and see a playlist for every game I've ever covered. I have a lot of Hearthstone videos for sure. You could go back and watch the playlist for Blackrock Mountain and Nexramus and League of Explorers. I believe I have a playlist for each one of those set up. But there's plenty of playlists for other games too, because I do play a lot of different varieties of games. So check those out. I'm sure something will interest you. Finally, down below in the description box, I have links to all my social media sites, so please follow and friend me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+. You can also friend me on Steam. You can also friend me on battle.net. All those links and information are down below. Thank you for watching this, and have a good evening. Bye.